Hello and welcome. This is Model 4 of our effective communication class. And today I'll be speaking slightly faster. Yes, because here we are learning the techniques to make conversations and discussions more engaging. Yes, we need to make it more interesting. It is not only comedians and MCs and public speakers and motivators that have the ability to make conversations interesting. You can do it too. Yes, I know you're young, whether you're old or young. Having a superb communication or conversational skills is never a skill lost. It is actually a plus to you as an individual. So let's quickly look at it. What are some of the most difficult conversations to have? At your age, as a secondary school student, it is the matter of sex and relationships or the changes happening in your body. You don't have anybody to ask because you'd rather not be uncomfortable. Difficult conversations are not necessarily difficult. They just make you slightly uncomfortable. Would you then not feel some measure of discomfort and learn? Or would you rather just want to continue to pretend that it is not uncomfortable? Continue to wade in the water until you get older, an ignorant adult. Would you like that? There are many adults in the public space as we speak who are simply ignorant. They do not know what they're doing. They have no explanation for their behavior. They do not even have an explanation for their decisions, simply because they don't want to have the difficult conversations. But today I'm going to teach you how to have those very technical and difficult conversations or discussions. And you will make it interesting and engaging as well. Let's begin with the key points. When you want to learn something about a new friend, what kind of questions do you ask? Do you wait for them to tell you, or do you simply ask questions? You can begin by asking open-ended questions. Like, I listened to you yesterday and I was wondering, what did you learn from that situation? That is asking the person to tell you all of the life lessons they learned from a particular situation. It's an open-ended question. The answers will go on and on and on and on and on until the person has possibly exhausted all the answers. And even when they have not exhausted it, they have told you so much about themselves that you would rather, wow, yes, wow. So yes, where did you learn that from? The person has to tell you a story. You must make your conversations interesting by asking open-ended questions. Don't just say, do you live in Mokola? When did you start living in Mokola? Where did you live before Mokola? Those are two direct questions. You want to ask open-ended questions like, I'd like to know more about you, where you've lived, what you've done, where you were born, all the places. And you have given the person the leeway, the opportunity to tell you many stories. Now, if you truly want to know that person, in the middle of that conversation, the person mentions, and one day my parents and I were going to where? From Mokola. We had passed under the Yanugonku Bridge. And as we were going on the way, and you say, oh, sorry, what was that thing that you said happened at Yagoku the other time? You can get a follow-up question just simply by asking open-ended questions. Interviews and discussions become boring and very difficult between people simply because they do not know how to ask appropriate open-ended questions. When you're telling someone about something, one of the most effective ways is to use a story. When I MC, I talk about stories a lot because you can never run out of stories. You make the story more engaging. You make the conversation more engaging when you can look for a story to back it up. Just the way we watch the cinema, the Z World Entertainment stories of India, and they go on and on and on. And I keep asking myself, how do Nigerians find the strength, the time, and the patience to watch this? But then I found out that majority of the viewers of this soap operas and stations are people who want to be engaged. They want to follow the storyline. They want to go to a conclusion with you. They want to follow you on a journey. And it is not their fault. It's just the kind of communication that they like. You must encourage group discussions and exchange ideas in a group. Nobody's an island of knowledge. Everybody's learning something new on a daily basis. As you grow, you learn something new. How would you navigate this life without learning? Is it possible? Absolutely not. Because life itself tends to drill you. Life itself tends to demand from you. What you need is to give back to life what it is demanding from you, which is people. Stay with people. Join them on a journey together. Get together in group discussions. Don't assume that you're an island of knowledge by yourself. It may be your classmates, your workmates, your church members, your group in the mosque. Just get people together. Share knowledge. Exchange ideas. Run ideas by them. Let everybody give you their input. And then you come back home. You run it through your parents, your favorite uncle or aunt. You run the idea through them. You tell them what your friend said. And they help you put it in perspective. And then you're able to take an informed decision based on all of the information which you have gathered from big or small. Now you need to be expressive. That's number 4. Using appropriate gestures and tone to add energy to conversations. The best storyteller, they usually say, are women. Hey, if you see what happened that day, as the person is gesticulating, you're quite interested. Your interest continues to build and build and build because you're wondering for this person to be this into the story, for this person to be this invested in the story, in the process. Nothing else matter. Nothing else. You just want to follow them on that journey. You want to know what they're talking about. You want to know where they're going. And that is how you become expressive. You use appropriate gestures. You use the right tone to add energy to the conversation.